NSA has built an infrastructure that allows it to intercept almost everything. With this capability, the vast majority of human communications are automatically ingested without targeting. If I wanted to see your emails or your wife's phone, all I have to do is use intercepts. I can get your emails, passwords, phone records, and credit cards. I don't want to live in a society that does these sorts of things. I do not want to live in a world where everything I do and say is recorded. That is not something I am willing to support or live under. Through the words of Edward Snowden, he describes how in the world that we live in, everything we do on the internet now is recorded. Every little bit of information, every tweet, every Facebook post, every email, and everything else is recorded. They know everything that we do, and they can look through it at any time. Located in Utah and Maryland, as well as other various locations, they collect all of your internet information. All of this is supposedly for a good cause. The NSA informs our president and analyzes all of our data to look for potential terrorist attacks. The NSA has found many potential cases that could be terrorist attacks, but they aren't. One time, a couple was looking at a pressure cooker and a backpack. It was assumed they were trying to make a pressure bomb. The couple, however, was not trying to make a pressure bomb. The NSA often makes searches like these, and they are very on top of what they do. This fact of searching people's homes leads to a recent poll taken by USA Today, asking questions having to do with the recent Edward Snowden case and the discovery of the NSA and what they really do. The majority of people, 70 to 26%, stated that they would rather have privacy than protection against possible terrorist attacks. These people do have a point. Having privacy is a very important thing to most Americans. However, others on the NSA case are more tolerant of this searching of information. And yet, this topic is important to research because people feel as if their rights have been taken away from them. Everyone feels as if they no longer have any privacy. At least the majority do. The NSA has a lot of responsibility in keeping our information safe, and people need to realize that what the NSA does is for our own good. They are not trying to harm us, and will they ever read your text message out of millions? It is highly unlikely. The NSA has the right to monitor what people are doing on the internet with texting, as it could help prevent terrorist attacks from happening, and they help advise the president of the things going on, but they also have the responsibility of not letting the information fall into the wrong person's hands, and although people believe that the NSA is doing the wrong thing, they say it goes against the Fourth Amendment, and in some ways it does. The Fourth Amendment forbids unreasonable search and seizures and sets out requirements for search warrants based on probable cause as determined by a neutral judge. The NSA searching through your information does count as an unreasonable search or seizure, or at least to many people. The recent Edward Snowden case has caused the public to pose many new questions about the NSA. People are protesting against the NSA at the White House, and they are actually thanking Edward Snowden for sharing the information about the NSA, and they're calling him a hero. People are protesting under the name Restore the Fourth. They want the NSA to shut down and to stop monitoring all of our internet and phones. These people do have a point because privacy is very important. Nobody wants a stranger to go through the computer history or phone, and yet the NSA is doing that. They are recording your information, and while they might not be looking through it, computers are, and they are looking through things that could fit the algorithm that they use to help stop potential terrorist attacks. And yet, the NSA has not found any terrorist attacks yet. They have just found potential cases and gone to investigate those, and in the process, they have made people unsure and upset. With great power comes great responsibility, and the NSA has many responsibilities. They have the responsibility of not letting the information fall into the wrong person's hands. If the information were to fall into the wrong person's hands, very bad things could happen. Somebody might hack into the data and find out anything they wanted to about anything on the internet. They could also find out where these people live and a lot of their other personal information, such as credit card numbers or passwords. Even though nobody's hacked the NSA yet, you never know. Someone might hack it in the future, and we can't know for sure that they won't. If you were acquaintances with someone at the NSA, you could get them to tell you stuff, or they could leak it to the media. After all, Edward Snowden leaked to the media information revealing that the NSA was gathering millions of U.S. phone records and intercepting some U.S. internet traffic. If you were close friends with someone such as Snowden, someone who was still working at the NSA, you could get them to tell them everything you needed to know. Although some people disagree, ultimately they are trying to help us by preventing these terrorist attacks. The NSA is constantly working, and even though you may be asleep, they are not. Their job is a hard one. The NSA has every right to monitor your information, and it is justified in many ways. First, if people are posting things on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Google+, or whatever the social networking site is, it all comes down to one fact. It is the individual's choice to post whatever they post. They're letting the world to read this information, yet they get mad when the NSA is monitoring your information. Another reason is that the NSA is part of the government, and they have been authorized to collect your information, and they are an exception of the Fourth Amendment. Even though this may seem wrong, when the NSA does prevent a terrorist attack, everything will change. The NSA has every right to do what they are doing. Not everyone believes that the NSA is evil, though, and PayPal's Max Levchin is one of them. He says that you shouldn't hate the NSA, and also he says that while what they are doing may be evil, it is not the organization as a whole that is evil. He does have a point, but what the NSA is doing is not exactly evil. Also, the NSA has a lot of responsibility, and they are always cast in a bad light with the media, so they don't really have a chance to prove that they are good, and that is exactly what they need to do. Everybody is so stereotypical, and they believe that just because the NSA is monitoring your information, they're automatically evil, and they're labeled as that. The NSA has the right to monitor what people are doing on the internet with texting or social networking, as it could help prevent terrorist attacks from happening, and they do help advise the president of the things going on, as well as policymakers and military officials. But they do have the responsibility of not letting the information get into the wrong person's hands, and although some disagree, it is the right thing to do. The NSA is an extremely controversial topic, but they have every right to what they are doing. They are justified in many different ways, and they are a part of the government. They should be allowed to continue doing what they are doing. People need to realize that they are not harming us and that they are trying to help. The work is not only important for policymakers and military leaders, it is critical to keeping the world safe. They help our president know what is going on in our country, and they are helping prevent even a shred of terrorism. They investigate every single potential case just to be safe. The NSA has a very hard task, and they have a lot of responsibility, and they have to deal with a lot of controversy and issues such as Edward Snowden. It is very hard to work at the NSA. Also, they have to be careful about security because it would be disastrous if somebody did hack the NSA. Edward Snowden has already given them enough of a problem, and they don't need someone hacking it in as well. Although some people highly disagree with this, overall it is the right thing to do. There are people on the NSA side, and more people really should be. They work very hard, and they put in lots and lots of time to help keep our country safe. After all, aren't we all patriotic? They send out police forces when there is a potential hit for a terrorist attack, and they work all the time. Also, they have to deal with the public media. They are very rarely cast in a good light, but it does happen occasionally. Although it may seem scary, and some may feel as if they had no privacy, the NSA is doing the right thing for us, and we should be grateful that they are there to help assist us in making our country a safer, better, 100% terrorism-free country.